Hi, it's Sara Finkelstein. Is your financial advisor having this conversation with you? Many Americans have a financial advisor. Some of them have more than one. If your financial advisor is not having this conversation with you, they may be doing you a great disservice. And what conversation am I referring to? The very important conversation of planning for long-term care. As we get older, things can happen to us. We may not be able to take care of ourselves 100% anymore like we did in our younger days. We may need help with what's called the activities of daily living, such as bathing, eating, dressing, toileting, getting in and out of a chair, or cognitive impairment. Those are the reasons why people need long-term care. And long-term care can start in your home. Most people do want to have it at home so that they could stay at home and have an aide come in and help them with those activities of daily living. But it can be very expensive. If you have an aide come into your home, you're looking at approximately $20 to $25 per hour. How many hours of care do you need? Some people need 24/7 round-the-clock care, and that could run into $10,000 to $15,000 per month. At that rate, how long will your nest egg last? If you needed to go into assisted living, of course, depending upon what part of the country you live in, and also which assisted living you go to. But typically you could be looking at $5,000, $6,000 a month in rent. And then what they do is they add on additional fees, what is called levels of care. So you may be looking at $7,000, maybe more per month, just to be in the assisted living community. And God forbid you had to go into a nursing home, you're looking at $10,000, $12,000, $13,000 per month. And let's face it, nowadays, especially nowadays, people do not want to end up in a nursing home because of what's been happening with the pandemic. Did you know that by planning for long-term care, and what I mean by planning is having a written long-term care plan, not something that is rolling around in your head as something that you're going to do. It has to be a written long-term care plan that will provide the money needed to take care of you or your loved ones when that time comes. So let me share the statistics with you. 70% of people over the age of 65 will need long-term care at some time. Some of them for a very short period of time, and some of them for many years, depending upon the situation. Somebody that has Parkinson's or Alzheimer's could live 10, 12, 15 years. If your financial advisor is not talking to you about this and making a part of your financial plan, they are doing you a disservice. The money that you have saved for your golden years, the money that you have worked throughout your life so that you have a nice nest egg to carry you forward for the rest of your retirement, could be wiped out. All of it could be wiped out if you do not have a plan for long-term care. Now, I'll share a personal story with you. I had to move my mother down from New York to Florida. This is many years ago. And she was in assisted living for 6 years, followed by 2 years in a nursing home, which is way above what the average long-term care claim is. And keep in mind, What average means doesn't mean that that's what may happen to you or your loved ones. So the average long-term care claim is 3 years. But for women, it's actually 4.2 years. And if you ever have stepped foot in an assisted living community, you will see that the majority of the residents are females. We tend to outlive men by a few years. And some of us are breaking into the 90s and even 100. So it's not uncommon to live well into your 90s. And the longer that we live, the greater the chances are that you will need long-term care. I want you to know that the cost of long-term care increases much greater than the rate of inflation. So if you have the money today that you could actually say you can self-insure yourself, meaning that you have enough assets to take care of that, well, 10 years or 20 years down the road, when the time comes that you might actually need the long-term care, it might wipe out your assets. And I have plenty of clients that actually could afford to self-insure, but they don't like to pay full retail. They would rather leverage their dollars, pass the risk to an insurance carrier, and save money in their pocket. So I am Sara Finkelstein, and if your financial advisor is not having this conversation with you and not making sure that you have a plan in place, I would be happy to help you. I do care about preserving your nest egg. My name is Sara Finkelstein. I am with Signature Advisory Group. I could be reached at 561-302-5760. You can call me or text me. I am more than happy to set up a meeting with you through Zoom. That's what we're doing these days. All of our meetings are virtual through Zoom. And by the way, I am the author of Wisdom for Women. Discover the challenges you must overcome to live the life and retirement that you deserve. This book is available on Amazon, and it is an easy read. It is a short read. And if you have some special ladies in your life, like daughters, sisters, cousins, get them a copy of the book. Show them how much you care. Get it for the ones that you truly care about. Thanks for tuning in.